thanks to Business World for inviting me for this great deliberation. And, I have been listening to Mr. Thakur, SME Exchange is doing a lot to convert our dreams into reality, because the finance is the biggest need of MSMEs to convert their dreams to reality. But let me go through a little bit, because as an MSME, I feel this is the turn of India now. After the world experience with China, who had been leading the SME supplies to the world, now the world is turning towards India. So that's the time to convert our big dreams into reality and, come forward, because if we have to be alternative to China, the MSMEs have to come forward. They have to realize their, drawbacks, because to be world class, we have to have zero defect, zero effect. Quality has to improve. Our costings have to go down. Going a little back, just to have self-confidence. If we go 600, 700 years ago, we will find that India was the only entrepreneurial country in the world. That's why we were being called as Sone ki Chidiya. And all of us were entrepreneurs. We were having rich cottage industry, small scale industry, and approximately 30% of the world trade was done by India. But unfortunately, during British regime, they took away all the skills, our industries, and made us job seekers. And unfortunately, even after the independence, the focus of the governments was more on PSUs, public sector enterprises, government enterprises, and focus on the private enterprises were less. That's why MSMEs could not get a level playing field, and we could not still, even though we were not having the level playing field, but with our power, our strengths, and our own resources, we were able to give 40% of the manufacturing to the country. And today we have around 48% of the exports to our credit. Fortunately, in 2014, actually, I created MSME Development Forum after I had some discussions with Prime Minister Mr. Modi. I found that he's the person who is going to back MSME and do the hand-holding and boost the MSME sector. We started with the mission, and unfortunately, even at that time, if I was talking to somebody about MSME, they were asking me, what do you mean by MSME? People were not knowing what is MSME, but with our mission, with our consistent efforts and support, now for the last 3-4 years, you can find MSME has become a brand. And everywhere you find, even some packages are announced, MSMEs are the first to get those supports. So government initiative was there to promote MSMEs. And now is the time to think big, dream big for MSMEs. And for that, MSMEs, they have to have 3 things in mind. They have to have, first, they should have a confidence within themselves that, they can do it. And then courage is required, because doing an entrepreneurship, doing your own business, getting into the business, it's little difficult. You need to have courage. Why people opt for a job is that it's the easiest way to make your livelihood. You can get the check by 5th of month, every month, and but when you do your own enterprise, maybe you have to face some troubles, you have to be courageous, but you can look for bigger dreams. You can think of you.
I've joined.
Hello. So now in India, people, MSMEs have the opportunity. In MSME, with small capital, small resources, small infrastructure, you can do big, you can achieve big. That is the benefit of MSME. And for that, government is giving a lot of incentives and, supports which are available now. But at the same time, MSMEs have to understand, study those schemes, understand those schemes, come forward to take the benefit of those schemes, and convert your dreams into reality. Just by dreams, you cannot come forward. As Mr. Thakur was telling, we had been also joining hands with the SME stock exchange and motivating MSMEs to take the advantage of this benefit, because capital funding is the biggest requirement for MSMEs to grow. So they have to look for some innovative new funding ideas and take the advantage of, because traditionally we had been surviving on our own funding, own resources, private funding, our relations, friends. There was less support from the banks or some other resources. But now there are so many other resources which can benefit, which we can utilize to convert our big dreams into big action. Because what you need is confidence in yourself that, yes, I can do it. And now is the time, because the whole world is looking towards India. And small items are required world over. They want to outsource. A lot of big companies have already shifted to India. So many other SMEs from the world over, they want to handshake with Indian SMEs. They want to source from them. They want to put up joint ventures in India. And SMEs, MSMEs should take advantage of the situation, come forward and convert their dreams. And, the world is a very big market for India today. And MSMEs have the opportunity to get it. There are still certain requirements of the MSMEs from the government. Banks have to, be more liberal. I have been listening from so many SMEs that they are not getting due recognition, due support from the banks. Although crores of, lakhs of crores of rupees have been dispersed as per the data available. But still, a lot of SMEs, they are running around, they are looking for funding, and still we say that collateral-free loans are available, but still they need a lot of support. Funding is the biggest requirement, which I had been following with the government. And both sides, as MSMEs have to prepare their documents in a right way, approach the banks with proper documents, take the support of the banks. Secondly, market is the need of the hour for SMEs, MSMEs. Government has taken some initiatives, but government spending and government buying is the biggest source for MSMEs to, get market support from the present situation. Then some technologies are required to be included. our SMEs, they are mostly one-man army and a very limited staff. Sometimes their family members are joined. So MSMEs to have to inculcate technologies in their, if they want to convert their dreams, come big, and pace with the world advancements and take advantage. Yes, a lot of small technologies are available. I find a lot of startups, they have come up with very new innovations themselves, which are supporting MSMEs, because India is out of the first top 6 startup countries in the world. So our youth has a lot of talent, lot of innovative mind, and SMEs can take advantage of that. And the government is pro MSMEs at this time. Environment is very good. So we have to take the advantage of that environment. Government supports. If there is any questions, any issues, any knowledge is required, MSME Forum is there to support our new MSMEs, budding entrepreneurs who has good dreams, and they want some take advantage of government schemes. We spread awareness about the government schemes so that they can convert their dreams into reality. And moreover, MSME is the time today to take the advantage. And I believe that our young country need to transform job seekers to job creators. Because if every youth will seek for getting a job, government job or multinational job, and then how the entrepreneurship will develop in the country. MSMEs should have the courage, come forward, take the advantage of the situation, and some benefits coming forward. You can be big only with your own enterprise. You can be your own master. And people have grown from Dhirubhai Ambani, started as a MSME and grew to those heights. If youth wants to achieve those heights, entrepreneurship and MSME is the only answer for that. And I, at the end, thank business world for giving me the opportunity to highlight the situation of MSMEs. And maybe through you, few words may go to the banks and the government departments and all, so that they can still further support MSMEs to make India alternative of China, as world is looking towards India, and MSME is the only answer for that. Thank you very much. So nice of you.